you're listening to Frey. Starting right now. Here's your host, Alfredo Leon.
Back, Ella, and this is indeed Frey. As let's get right into it. As a popular racing game, is getting a major car pack, and that's Forza Horizon 3 with the Hoonigan Car Pack. The car pack will also be out for Forza Motorsport 7, which is scheduled to come out in October. The car pack came out today, and there are similarities and differences between the pack in both games. The similarities are that 6 cars will be the same, and the differences is that one will be different in each game. So one car will be in Forza Horizon 3, and other will be in Forza Motorsport 7. That won't be in either or, and that's the one car we'll get into in a minute. This is not the first time that Forza and Hoonigan have collaborated on a DLC. That was the Blizzard Mountain expansion pack that came out last year. It was the Gymkhana 9 and Ken Block's Ford Fiesta RX were in that DLC, as that was the first time that Ken Block contributed with Forza there. The pack will cost $6.99 for Horizon 3 on Xbox One and on Windows 10. But if you pre-order Forza 7 digitally, it will be free on both platforms, as we'll get into that later. The pack will launch for Forza 7 Ultimate Edition buyers, as they have early access on September 29th and October 3rd for those that bought the standard edition of the game. And here are the cars that will be featured in the Hoonigan Car Pack, as the first one will be the 1965 Hoonigan Ford Hoonigan Mustang. The next one will be the 1979 Hoonigan Baldwin Motorsports Loki K5 Blazer, which is only available in Forza Horizon 3, and it won't be available in Forza Motorsport 7. The 1955 Hoonigan Chevrolet Bel Air, the 1972 Hoonigan Chevrolet Napalm Nova, the 1978 Hoonigan Ford Escort RS 1800, the 1992 Hoonigan Mazda RX-7 Torque Stallion, the 1991 Hoonigan Rowell Begriff Porsche 911 Turbo, and the 2003 Hoonigan Holden Commodore Ute, which is only available in Forza Motorsport 7, as that car hasn't been revealed yet for that game, but it has been announced. So when the game comes out, you'll be able to play it there via pre-order, if you pre-order it there for the Ultimate Edition Standard Edition there. Forza 7 is scheduled for a worldwide release on October 3rd, and a number of its 700 cars have already been announced for the game, as it's already been a couple weeks into the Forza Garage since game was revealed at E3. Yeah, since the game was revealed at E3 there. Ken Block, whose Hoonigan is in the pack, as well as the Escort in the game, made a statement about the Hoonigan cars being in the game. I'm really excited about the fact that we're releasing a Hoonigan car pack with Forza, Block said. The fact that fans are going to be able to drive not just my twin-turbo 1400 horsepower Hoonigan RTR V2 that I'm running in Climb Canna, but also my Gymkhana Escort is awesome. Plus being able to drive BJ's Loki, Brian Scottle's 911, and all the other cars. None of us actually let anyone else drive our cars really, so this is definitely the best chance anyone's going to have to get behind the wheels. That's pretty cool to see that those guys are not going to ever let anyone their cars. It makes sense because those cars take a lot of time and effort to make, and so it doesn't make any sense to let it to them in real life, as they could, God forbid, crash it and maybe do something dumb with it, or maybe not give it back, as those cars took a lot of time and effort to build, and I can see that it's a lot of work and effort, like I said, a lot of money and stuff to build those cars. So being able to race in the game, players can do whatever they want. You can do whatever you want with it. You crash it, whatever, doesn't matter, because it's in the game and not the real car. So that's pretty cool there as well. Now let's get into the details of each car in the pack, as courtesy of the Forza Motorsport website. First, let's get started with the 1965 Hoonigan Ford Hoonigan Mustang, which is owned by Ken Block, and found an idea to try to have a tire-destroying concept. He made a decision to get more power in order to top the 845 horsepower all-wheel drive Hoonigan from Gymkhana 7. In order for Block to accomplish that goal, Vaughn Gittins Jr.'s RTR tuning shop added 2 huge turbos. One was red and the other blue to go with the new patriotic livery, and added the 6.7 V8 methanol. The Hoonigan has a conservatively rated 1,400 horsepower, which helped make Block satisfied, as the upgrades there was exactly what he was looking for, as he wanted an even more powerful Hoonigan compared to what he already had, and a different look with it as well. And the upgrades were given props by Block, in which he said that it's the, quote, the most absolute frightening thing that I've ever driven. That's a very powerful car the Hoonigan, as that thing is a monster, how fast it goes. So I'm not sure if that's even street legal. Well, if it is, then it can't be driven that often because that car is just a monster and it's just fast. It can even compete with cars like the Bugatti Veyron, the Lamborghini Aventador, the Pagani Huayra, and others as well. Even the Porsche 911. Well, the Porsche 918 Spider, those cars as well. It's just a fast car, and it can rival those in the game as well. Both games, Forza Horizon 3 and Forza Motorsport 7. And the car was also featured in Need for Speed 2015, but had a different look and was less powerful than the one in the Hoonigan Car Pack. The next car on the list is only available in Forza Horizon 3, in the Forza Horizon 3 version of the pack. Is a 1979 Hoonigan Baldwin Motorsports Loki K5 Blazer. It is a combination of a pre-runner and full-on race truck. The Blazer was designed as a pre-runner to conquer the most difficult terrain in the world. From the full truck interior to the tube-frame chassis, it is almost as capable as a trophy truck. The truck was originally built over the span of 5 years with the intent of becoming a well-funded dream truck, as only the best fabrication shops were used. The aftermath of all the process is a reliable, durable, comfortable, and functional truck that suck up anything that gets in its way. That truck is an all-wheel drive truck and it's meant for off-road use, so that car cannot be driven on the street because that thing is just meant for off-road. And it's a good car, good truck to use off-road there, as it's a pretty powerful thing that can compete with cars like the trucks like the Ford Raptor or a Nissan Titan or Warrior concept, or those trucks that are meant for off-road. You compete with buggies and other stuff like that as well, which is pretty cool to see there. The 1992 Hoonigan Mazda RX-7 Torque Stallion is powered by a Chevy LS V8, but a Hoonigan garage member later swapped it for a turbocharged rotary, and you can also use that in Forza. The meaning of the LS power is that massive torque goes from an idle to a screaming red line, which will benefit when you put the power down on a car that was made to go sideways. The Mazda RX-7 FC has always been a go-to drift car, and it's not a surprise that it's as lightweight as it is, which makes it easier to drift. It was kitted from the ground up with oozing lines, gigantic wheels, and the beautiful lines in its original look. There is a car that's tougher to find that can drift, hoon, or burn rubber like the Torque Stallion. That car is a drift car, as I stated there, because of the fact that it could slide around in corners and you could be able to get massive skill points by doing that and getting a lot of skills based on the type of drifts you can pull off there. Now let's get into the following car, which is the 1991 Hoonigan B-Griff Porsche 911 Turbo. In order to get respect for those that say that Porsche is considered to be sacred and those who love the looks that are most extreme on the road, Akira Nakai of RWB knows which is the company that makes wide body kits for Porsche. Brian Scott, that's the company that makes the wide body kits, RWB, for Porsche. Brian Scotto, Ken Block, and Hoonigan's PR man wanted to build Nakai's dream Porsche. They went to him and made it happen. The turbocharged flat six was not touched by the suspension, was highly modified to provide a smooth ride without sacrificing grip, but also had the massive set of 1552 wheels. The car debuted at the SEMA in Las Vegas after having been driven for 850 miles. After a result which proved that it was done correctly, they wanted to get the car done right, and they were able to accomplish that by driving it first to see how it feels. In order to accomplish that, and they were to have it successful, and in order to be revealed in the proper way as it was in Las Vegas. And another one of Ken Block's cars is a 1978 Hoonigan Ford Escort RS 1800. It is a rally car intended for the blacktop, which was taken to another level over a 2-year process, while Hoonigan transformed it again into what it became. What sets the tone visually is the Kyoto Rocket Bunny kit on the Gincana Destin Escort. Under the hood of the Escort is a Millington Diamond Series 2 engine. The alloy block and head weigh less than 200 pounds, and the car has 333 horsepower and a 9,000 RPM redline. The car has a lot of grip, but it can slide with a push of the gas, a small push of the gas, and a handbrake. The Escort has quality over quantity built from the inside, which could be referred to as an art piece. That, if you can see through the smoke, shows like how good of a design they made on the Escort to be able to show the colors that they're able to show with the black and all the different schemes and the stripes and everything like that, all the different looks that it has. Shows like how good of a job they did even to decorate the interior and stuff to make it look good, especially in the competition as well. The next car is driven by Brian Scotto which is a 1972 Hoonigan Chevrolet Napalm Nova. The Nova has an AME GT Sport subframe that changes the steer geometry to make it as comfortable on the S's as it is on the drag strip. As stated by the deck lid, the Chevy-powered Beast's intentions are to kill all tires. There is not glitter and glam in this build, though, as it's all about function. The car's well-known heritage shines everywhere. Basically, what it's saying is that the car doesn't necessarily have the best looks, but based on the car's performance and how it handles and stuff, it's a beautiful-looking car there, based on all that. As that's not the most attractive car, no disrespect there, but the car performs, and that's all that matters there. The 1955 Hoonigan Chevrolet Bel Air is the next car in the Hoonigan Car Pack. John Chase of the Hoonigan Garage found the Bel Air and wanted to make it to a roller. Chase called it a Tri-5x5. In the automotive world, Tri-5 refers to 1955 through 1956 or 57 Chevy Bel Airs, while the by-fire part of the title talks about the challenge of jumping into a project with both feet and make it out. That's pretty cool to see there, as Chase wanted to make the car look in a special way just to make it stand out there. The final car in the Hoonigan Car Pack is the 2003 Hoonigan Holden Commodore Ute, which is only available at Forza Motorsport 7 part of the pack. In order to get that, you have to pre-order and stuff for Ultimate Edition or any version of Forza 7 there. Well, my other thoughts about the car pack is that that's a cool car pack. It's not the most exciting, but I'm not going to get it right away. But the car that I like the most is the 65 Hoonigan Mustang, which, like I said earlier, it was also featured in Need for Speed 2015, even though it had a different look and the pace scheme, and it's a lot more powerful now than it was then. And I kind of like the look of it, as it has a Monster Energy decal on the side, the number 43, makes it look like a race car, and the decal and the paint of the American flag at the front and the stars and stripes, everything like that looks pretty good, and it's very patriotic, and I like that about the car. But what I don't like is that the fact that you have to pre-order Forza 7 in order to be able to use that Horizon. It doesn't make any sense. People don't want to play Forza 7 in order to get the car pack on Horizon 3. It doesn't make any sense, because people are not going to be playing Forza 7 as much as Horizon 3. There's not much to gain in the Forza Motorsport franchise. No disrespect compared to the Horizon franchise. But the thing is, though, there's not much to gain out of it by playing Forza 7, especially with the fact that Toyota will be into the game, as that's something else with the road cars. But the fact that you have to pre-order the car pack in order to use it for free on both platforms doesn't make any sense. People don't want to have to pay twice for it. But what the Forza is trying to do is make you, and turn 10, make you pay for it, make you want to earn, like make you get Forza 7 in order to be able to get the pack in Horizon 3 free. Doesn't make any sense. People don't want to have to do it. I'd rather would just get on Horizon 3 and not have to worry about it. Forza 7. Chances are I won't get Forza 7, as there's not much to gain in not much to gain in a track game, and it doesn't make any sense. So possibly the last DLC for Horizon 3, and they're making you pay $6.99 for it if you don't pre-order Forza 7. Chances are that maybe Turn 10 is doing that just so people can get Forza 7, because if it weren't for that, they wouldn't sell. Like, why would they do that then? So they want you to pre-order the pack in order to be able to use it in both games. Doesn't make any sense. It seems nice to get the price for 2 of 1, but when I saw the trailer say that it was free, I kind of got misread it and thought it was free for Horizon 3. Like, oh wow, it was going to be free for Forza Horizon 3. But it's not. It's free if you pre-order Forza Motorsport 7 first. And then if you get it there, you'll be able to use it right away in Horizon 3. It doesn't make any sense. The thing is, with Forza 7, you're not going to use it right away because the game won't come out till September for Ultimate Edition owners and October 3rd for everybody else. So it doesn't really make much sense there, as it's not really worth having to pre-order in order to do that. Because you have to pay either way. You pre-ordering Forza 7, you have to pay for the game in order to get what you want. Sort of like buy one, get one free. It doesn't make any sense. I don't like it there. But I do like the 65 Hoonigan Mustang, though. It's a cool looking car, and I would drive that. If I could be the only one I would drive in the game, I would drive that. But the other cars seem pretty cool as well. But they also provide achievements for the cars as well. So that means, like, if you want the achievement, you got to get the whole pack if you want to get some achievements for it. It allows you to have certain accomplishments, such as like performing a certain score or winning a championship or in each of the cars in the pack, which is pretty cool there as well. And Hoonigan, that's a popular brand, especially with Ken Block. I'm familiar with the Hoonigan stuff, especially when you see commercials about it during the X Games, especially, as that's where he's competed in rallycross at X Games, or he does other stuff as well when he has his Hoonigan vehicles as well, the Hoonigan Mustang, so which is pretty cool there. But I'm looking forward to driving the 65 Hoonigan Mustang. That's probably the best one in the pack there, which is pretty cool. I just like I said earlier, I don't want the fact that I don't like the fact that you have to pay for Forza 7 in order to get Horizon 3 the pack. It doesn't make any sense. You just make it free, Turd Ted. Doesn't make sense to have to do it. Make players forced to get Forza 7 if they don't want it just to get a pack. Might as well just pay for it at $6.99. Don't go through the process of having to pay for Forza 7 pre-order, especially when the game isn't even out. You won't be able to use that pack right away. But some of them are doing it anyway, just so they don't have to pay the $6.99. I understand. I wouldn't do it because it doesn't make any sense. Because I'm not getting Forza 7. I'm not really into track games like that. There's really not much you could gain out of one Forza Motorsport game so that compared to a Horizon game. So it doesn't make much sense there. But I am looking forward to using the pack eventually. Not now, but especially that 65 Hoonigan Car Mustang, like I said, that Ken Block drives looks pretty cool there as well. But I'm not looking forward to having to pay for Forza Motorsport 7 in order to get on Forza Horizon 3 to pre-order. It doesn't make any sense there. It's not worth doing that. Going through all that trouble. Players are forced to get it, but I'm not sure if you could cancel it. You get the pack. What would be smart is if players could pre-order it, and then once they get the pack free, could they cancel the pre-order? And will that work? I'm not sure. I don't know if that'd be the case or not. But I'm not getting it. I'm not pre-ordering Forza 7 just so I could get it on Horizon 3 to get it twice because I'm not getting Forza 7. I don't want to go through all that. I would just get it on the pay the $6.99 and just get it on Horizon 3, which is just easier that way. If you can't get the one individual car, like the 65 Hoonigan card, you get the whole pack and then you can get Achievements for it right away. You don't have to worry about waiting until Forza 7 comes out. It doesn't make any sense there. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and peace.